Good morning, everyone. This is Big Chicks TV. This is the place to find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Monday, so you know we're here with coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations. And I just want to give a shout out to my partner. How you doing this morning, Francine?
I am well.
I had not silenced my phone. How you doing this morning?
I am well. Um, yeah, I'm doing really well. So welcome to everybody watching live and on the replay. And
Hi, Tachi and Celia. Thank you for tuning in this morning.
yeah, this is going to be fun because we're going to learn about the Borg leadership tips. And okay, so those of you who know me, you know I'm a Star Trek fan, have been for like ever. And so I've just been recently watching Star Trek: The Next Generation, and there was an incident where the Borg showed up. And there were two things that stuck out to me where the Borg are concerned. First, they want to assimilate everything.
Mm-hmm.
So they come in, and if they were to meet you or I, they want to find out if you have anything worth assimilating, first of all. Then they would assimilate you, and you would make you part of that collective.
Mm-hmm.
So you would be a part, and you wouldn't be able to tell. You would still have characteristics of yourself, but you wouldn't. You would be a part of that collective. And once you got in, it's kind of like the California hotel. You can check out anytime you like, but you are not getting out. So, and one of the things that they do really well is when they are attacked, they can adapt. I'm going to say that.
What does that mean?
Okay, so say for instance, somebody fires at them, and at first the weapon works on them.
Okay.
But then they adapt, and that threat or that weapon no longer worked on them because they adapted.
Okay.
So they assimilate new ideas. They know how to adapt when what is the word I want to say, adversity, or in an adverse situation, they know how to adapt.
Okay.
Then the third thing they do is they regenerate. They will go someplace and hook up, like hooking your phone up to a charger, and go offline. You can walk around them and do whatever, but they're offline, right? Because they know how to rest. Regenerate just means rest, recharge your batteries. When you put the phone where you're supposed to put the phone down and plug it in and let it charge up while you're asleep at night, whether that's a watch, whether it's your iPad, your tablet, your phone, whichever brand you have, you're supposed to plug the thing in and give it some time off.
Yes. There's something when you said that, I thought about, I never hardly turn my phone off, period. Poor baby probably never gets a chance to really seriously rest.
I mean, it goes into a shutdown mode when you, at nighttime, if you set the bedtime scene, it goes dim and it doesn't wake up, and it should be on a charger at that point. So it's recharging the battery, right?
Yes.
Right.
Correct.
So I thought about that. I was watching them, like at a certain time, they go in, they hook up to their little cubicle, and they go to sleep and recharge. I was like, now, if these scientific fantasy people know the benefit of recharging and regenerating, why don't we do it? We try to be like the Energizer Bunny and keep going and going and going and going and going, but you need to stop to recharge. So in 2021, we want to adapt some of the Borg principles, assimilate new ideas, because they're going to be, okay, business is not happening like it did prior to 2020. It's changed. So we know that. So we're going to assimilate some new ideas. We're going to adapt to new policies, adapt to new ways of doing things. You're not going to run your business like it was before. You might need to think about opening up online versus brick and mortar. You might want to figure out a different way to connect with your clients, especially because we are not going to be face to face probably well into
2022.
Okay, 2022.
Because, and I say that because, you know, we got some new news about some viruses that are adapting
to whatever's going on. So
yeah.
Take a cue from Google. They're not allowing their employees to come into the building until 2022.
Makes sense to me.
Okay, so if they're not doing, they've adapted. How long will it take for you to adapt to a new way of doing business? Cecilia say, resistance is futile. That's one of their words. And it is. The world has changed. So you now, Dr. Tachi said, forget about outside. And Dr. Tachi said, Laura, we just might forget about going outside. So you're going to need to adapt. Figure out new way, assimilate new ways of doing things, adapt to new procedures, new whatever. Get used to standing in line before you walk up in the store. You can't do it.
Isn't that remarkable?
Wow. Like you in Disneyland. Before you can get into the bank, before you can get into the store. I went to IKEA one day and I'm like, wait, am I at Disney World or something? Because the line was long.
Amazing.
I was like, okay. And then now, instead of doing all of that, I make it can I get this online? Okay, so here's, go ahead.
You see, you're making the shift. Mentally, you said, I'm not doing all of that when I have an option.
Right, and they are making it easier. So I'm going to talk about Instacart.
Okay.
Instacart now offers delivery not to just groceries, because it was grocery store only. Now Instacart will deliver your Best Buy stuff. They will deliver your Bed Bath and Beyond. They will do Target. They will do a whole lot of other stuff besides groceries. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I needed some stuff for my kitchen. I went on bed. I'm like, let's see how this works. Because I was prepared for them to tell me, oh, we don't deliver to your area, right? Well, they delivered my little things that I needed to hang something up. I needed a sugar dish and something else that I got from Bed Bath and Beyond. And they delivered it. I was like, oh, wait, I ain't got to get out the house. I don't have to drive my car.
Listen, I will pay you to deliver that. I'm with you, Fran. I would rather have it delivered. You know what I mean? And not because there's anything going on, just because to me, it's the convenience of not having to get in my car.
I don't have to leave. And we've got a couple of comments here. Yolanda says, has the world changed, or are the Americans now getting included in on what's been going on for the rest of the world?
The world has changed. It's been changed. We didn't have to make the shift. We were all, let me put this way. I think globally, everybody was making the shift, but with this new situation, it put it on steroids.
Right. It just made it faster.
It went from 15% a year this year to 30%.
It went warp speed?
Yeah.
Star Trek. We're doing a Star Trek theme, so it went warp. Okay. It just like really went. Dr. says, yes, they even deliver from Five Below. See? Five Below is an ice cream thing. So
I think Five Below is one of those new stores with everything costs $5 or below.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it has items for
Dollar Tree, but a little higher.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they do 99-cent store too, by the way.
Or is that zero below? I don't know. I think it's 5 below. Yeah. They do
Okay.
what here?
The point is,
They're
it,
delivering.
they are delivering.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, good morning, Jerry. So they are making a delivery.
Mm-hmm.
They have adapted. Do you understand? Instacart, when I first started using Instacart, Dr. Tachi said yes, $5 and below.
Okay.
When I first started using Instacart, it was only groceries. And it was only because they were doing deliveries for Amazon, for what is the name of the Amazon store?
Oh, isn't it called the Amazon store?
No, it's the grocery store. Their grocery world. Oh my gosh!
I don't know.
It is the market, the big market that they have. That's Sprouts and come on, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh, Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. That's why I saw the
That's right. They bought Whole Foods. That's right. I forgot.
Right. And Sprouts, I mean, Instacart used to deliver for
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. They don't deliver for Whole Foods. Thank you, Yolanda. They don't deliver for Whole Foods anymore, or because Amazon has their own delivery. Claudia says, Yolanda said we had to pick up and deliver. We had to add pickup and delivery on the soaps. Yep. And Claudia says, I don't know. When we were in Dubai 7 years ago, we could get everything delivered to our hotel for a small fee from any grocery, restaurant, or retail store, because they are forward thinking. Okay, they had already adapted
and had the technology and the systems in place.
Right, because we have had the technology.
And I don't know if that was really about ordering it online as much as calling down to the concierge and saying, I want blah, blah, blah. And they make it happen.
Right. I like concierge people like that. So in this situation, my husband started a company called Let Us Help a while back. He broke his ankle playing basketball. And he lived upstairs in an apartment. Okay, so this is going to be an issue going up and down the stairs to get groceries. So he said, what if there was a grocery company that we could deliver, that can deliver the groceries? This was back in 1980s or something. And he couldn't get the groceries delivered. So we started doing it for some older people. I had enough technology where I could get an email or call, because we put an ad in the senior paper here. And people would call us. I would, because I'm very detail minded. So we came up with a list. So we found out which store did they like shopping at, because see, that's the thing. Delivery don't work if they don't shop at your grocery store. I don't shop at Safeway. So having delivery from Safeway was a little bit of a challenge because I couldn't get what I needed from Safeway. You understand what I mean? So we did that. We put together old school filing system and stuff like that. But the senior citizens could call in. We would, okay, what do you need? And I had a list with Rayleigh's. I had their inventory list, and I would just check off which ones they wanted. We had a credit card system set up with Rayleigh's. We would call the order in, go in there, and we didn't have to shop it, because I could call in the Rayleigh's. They would pull it all together in the basket, and I go pick up the basket and take it over to the people.
Now that is a winner.
And now this is commonplace. My husband said we should have held out and just sold that idea, because it was, but it was commonplace.
Deal changer.
It was. And so right now, who's going to go pick up dry cleaning for people? You understand? Because see, the pizza parlors and the Chinese food restaurants, they got a lock on delivery. I don't know why they have not branched out or figured out how to do this better, or how the delivery companies need to take a cue from the Chinese food delivery people.
Well, I love it when they bring my food to my door. Now, Tachi said it was Whole Foods, and then Yolanda says it was Amazon Fresh.
Yeah,
Oh,
Amazon Fresh does their own delivery.
okay.
Claudia said that it was actually a delivery service that was not connected to the hotel.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then
Claudia said, why do we need dry cleaning? We're not going anywhere. Because
I was thinking the same thing, Claudia.
my favorite sweater needs to be cleaned. I need to wear it because
I wear it online to the conference call.
No, I wear it around the house because I like the sweater.
Oh,
it needs to get
so
clean.
there are just some things that we just want. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. And Yolanda said delivery is back just like it was generations ago. You know, they used to be in the West. They used to bring the groceries on the wagon. Okay, take this out to Mrs. So-and-so and all from the general store.
Mm.
The groceries were delivered.
Take it out to such and such a ranch. Mm-hmm.
This is not anything new. We're finally getting on the program. I was like, boy, and this solves the problem of having so many cars on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think they forgot how to drive when they do get on the road.
It's really getting weird out there, people.
So
speeding or going too slow is like, because I think it's because a lot of the landmarks are gone, Fran, and it's sort of like when you drive in the fog and you can't see the landmarks, you don't even realize how fast you're going.
I think some people just got a lead foot and they just want to drive fast. Because they in one of them cars, you know, like one of the muscle cars. I'm like, why? You can't put it up to the amount of speed they put in the car. So why are you doing it? Okay.
This is not a drag race to the stop sign. Okay.
Yeah, drag race to the stop sign and going nowhere to the next corner. I was like, really? So we got some board principles: assimilate, adapt,
rest.
And like Cecilia said, resistance is futile. You can resist, but you're gonna be like the people with the buggy whips.
Or the people who still had gas light when everybody else had electricity. I can remember going to visit a great aunt when I was a child in Philadelphia, and she had gas lights in the house. You know, and I'd never seen gas
light the thing with the kerosene or whatever.
And the thing back on it, and they were on scones on the wall. It was okay. I don't think I've ever seen it since. But
there are some people
the transition.
Some people are resisting, and Cecilia said it. Resistance is futile. Some people are resisting. I don't want to get on that Zoom or whatever. Now the doctors are telling you, I need you to get on Zoom so we can take a look at you before they allow you to come in. Well, I don't know how the court system. You will need to have some kind of way so that we can see your face when you come to court. You're going to need to use Zoom, or you're going to need to use something else.
Mm-hmm.
So your resistance is futile. They're trying to get us to log in digitally.
Wow.
Claudia said, well, that's entertainment we have now, racing to the stop sign.
Okay.
So where will you assimilate information to make your business better, to do things? Dr. Tachi, I don't know, back when we were on Blab and doing all this stuff, we had no idea we would be right here with the tools to help people do what they need to do to get online. We never knew this is where we would end up. We were just playing on Blab. Oh, Periscope. We were playing
on
with
our phones, walking around the world. Remember that?
Yeah, we took a walk. Hey, walk with me. I'm up on the river. Instead, we had no idea this was going to be
on Periscope. I remember that so clearly.
We had no idea this was going to be a necessary part of life. Mm-hmm. And here we are. We are getting calls now. Can you help us get our our program live,
Dreamed. Mm-hmm.
right. And how are people, we had a couple of colleagues that passed away recently, not due to COVID, but they just 87 and 90 something. And now the family, they're not allowing people to do services.
Congregate. Mm-hmm.
What do you do? Oh, we now need to how to figure out how to do a service online so friends and family can participate.
Mm-hmm.
How are we, what are we doing? So we now have to adapt. We have to assimilate some information from Dr. Tachi because she does video and she does television, movie production, actually movie productions. But she's got some great tips on lighting and the equipment that you need to use to get started, right? So we need to assimilate that information, adapt to the new way of thinking that, okay, we can't congregate. We've got to do this thing online and help these people say, have a good experience.
Mm-hmm.
One of the good things is to keep people from jumping in and out of the foolishness. It keeps foolishness down at a service.
Okay. Well,
Just keeps
the
stuff.
wonderfulness at bay. Mm-hmm.
So, okay, we're here for a minute, or we're here for however long it takes. We adapt.
Or we're here and we're staying here.
Whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. It's just new. It's time to turn from gas to electric to
Oh my
solar.
God.
Can we?
And that's what's happening here in California. They're pushing electric powered vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they do run, and they run pretty quick too. They're not slow and chunky and like you feel like you know.
Mm-hmm. And
But
then they're going to be setting up a number of charging stations. It's just a good time to be alive, guys.
and there's a good time for some investments too. If you try and find somebody who's forward thinking, and I thought to myself, now the gas stations, if they don't want to get caught in the shift, they would put some electric stations or elect places where people can charging stations on their property.
Yes.
As they phase out gas, they put in charging stations, and then you put coffee shops or something where they can get coffee or snacks.
Relax while they're
Right.
charging their cars. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a Starbucks with a charging station. Because here, when we were free to move about the planet, you can charge up at the mall. They had free charging stations. They have free charging stations at the mall. You plug in, and then you go shop.
Yes.
While your car is charging.
And or you go have lunch or whatever, because there are restaurants at the mall, just whatever you had on your mind. It was like a one-stop shop.
Right. They adapted. Somebody like Dr. Tachi said, forward thinking. How can you be forward thinking in your business? Things that you're doing.
Well, Yolanda says we have to get dressed for these live streams. I need my dry cleaning still. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. And I like not, like I said, I got a favorite sweater, got a couple of favorite sweaters. I need to take them to the cleaner.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Or see, dry cleaning people used to come and pick them up. Pick up me, and
they did. And they used to deliver to the office too.
Right. They would come. See, all of this stuff. Mark said, I need a charging station for me. The coffee is not doing it today. And that's what we're talking about today. What are you going to do? What are you going to do to assimilate new ideas, adapt to the way things are, and then rest. Stop, just okay. And stop swirling it in your mind. Oh my God, the world is ending. Okay, so we got to figure out how to rest in our minds. Claudia says, I actually like the change. If I could have rolled out of bed and worked online from home when I was working for corporate America, I would have been thrilled.
I'm
Now
feeling
I
good.
realize I don't have to go anywhere anymore.
Listen, they were talking about the fact that most Americans were spending 3 to 4 hours a day on a commute. Then when they got there, they did 8 hours. I mean, what are you going to do with that 5 hours that you are not spending on the road?
And there are things there are projects at the house that need to be done. There are things that you have been putting off, and maybe you just reorganizing your thought processes and to wrap our minds around it. Okay, there's stuff I can do. And then Jerry says that's true, to reset our minds. And then Yolanda said, everything has an app now. Bring all the services back to the porch.
There you go.
Yeah, you used to be able to get milk delivered right to your porch. The cereal now comes with okay, so the dairy person is bringing you the perishable items. The grocery store is bringing you things. You can get your clothes delivered. You can still get pizza and stuff delivered. Who's some people? DoorDash?
Yes.
They are raking up. They are doing very well in their business. I'm not going to. They're doing very
well. Public too. They just went public, and so did Airbnb.
So the delivery business has not stopped.
It has surged, if anything.
There's Postmates, DoorDash, Grubhub, and Caviar, and
Instacart,
Uber Eats, Instacart,
Drizzle.
Okay, Drizzle. There are so many different places where you can have things delivered. And then Claudia says the cost of living in our neighborhood here in Sacramento has gone up 60% since Bay Area residents are taking over SAC and don't have to commute anymore.
Yes, they've moved down here.
Okay, and to that end, a home in Oakland, 2-bedroom,
was going down
$600 and something thousand. When you can come to Sacramento, get a 4-bedroom house for $400 and something thousand. They are leaving the Bay Area to come here
because they don't have to worry about the commute.
Commute is over. And the commute wasn't that bad because you used to get on Amtrak and ride unless you just decided you want to drive from here to 80. But now it's all over. The state of California, where the Sacramento is the capital of California, so everything is here. And the state of California has a lot of people are going back to the buildings.
No,
they are, because there's nobody walking in.
And a lot of people who thought they were going to be online temporarily, they found that they were able to reach more people online. And as a result, they're not going to give up the online services even when they do return to the building.
Mark says the old corporate America presence over productivity needs to change. It is not the amount of time that you are in the seat. It's about what is accomplished. We need to move away from forcing people to be in the office when it is unnecessary and a 5-day week, 8-hour or more shift. Let's evolve to results, not simply presence. And that is what the state of California has done. I have a lot of clients and friends who work for the state. They're at home right now. They are working from home and they are productive.
And you know, California has been pushing work from home for over 20 years. They started with experimenting with letting certain people work from home for a period of days, and then they gradually expanded that. One of their issues was they wanted to cut down pollution. So they began to make that shift. So this is just icing on the cake, the ability to allow more and more of the working population for the state of California to work from home.
And so they had to assimilate some new ideas. They had to, okay, now if your employees are at home, you need to give them better Wi-Fi. Just saying. You can't have
better equipment.
Better equipment, because they give you laptops for you to work on at home.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to use your own equipment, but when it's do you understand? So you have, what is it, VPN?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And virtual private network.
Mm-hmm.
The state of California is supplying them with the laptop that they need, and with hopefully a better internet experience. Then they're getting work done, because Claudia said when she was in corporate, I used to work 4 hours and BS 4 hours. And it was easy to do, even though you were, so Mark was talking about, being productive versus being present. Even while you were present, people were going to the water cooler, hanging out at somebody's cubicle, and doing all these other
shit. I used to have to come in at 6, because when people started coming in at 9, it was like you would have thought it was old home week. What is going on? I'm working here, people. Don't stop by my cubicle. You know what I'm saying? You had to factor that in if you were going to be productive, because some people are just super social, and you can have your back to them. They'll be in your cubicle door, and they're still talking to you. They see you
and you don't have like a door you can close to, like, leave me alone. Mark said, I had a client a while back who I forced into a difficult education. If I can do what needs to be done in 3 hours when it takes the others 8 hours, I'm not going to be punished for their jealousy and discomfort of needing to stay. I'm going to do what needs to be done and go home. Mm-hmm. And that is, and I think a lot of companies are making that shift and that adjustment. Mm-hmm. Right? They made they assimilated new ideas. They adapted to what's going on. They made the shift.
Okay.
And they rested in their decision to do it.
There you go.
So that is the Borg leadership tips for today. Assimilate, adapt,
and rest.
Resistance is futile. So we will see you tomorrow, where Terry Johnson Online will be here talking to us about all things social media and digital marketing. I believe we have a first Monday coming up.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
we do. It's 2021, and we want you to get your shift together.
So we want to, on the first Monday in January, we want all of you all to come in and talk about what it is that you do. All of our friends from all over, everywhere. We're going to give you time to get in the seat and tell us about who you are, how you help, and share that. And Claudia has its final comment. She says, but still in all Americans are the only companies that have this barbaric ritual of a work week. I think all of that has changed. And then Dr. Tachi says, the thing is that managers thrive off of managing folks. This is why so many were insistent on people being in the office physically. Absolutely.
Well, now they have these programs that can tell if you're online working, how many strokes you're doing. I don't know which is worse, having a bot watch you because they are heartless, or having a human manage the office. So you may see even more people shifting to other means of work because I don't think I could be managed by a Borg.
So anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, thank you. We will be back. And then Wednesday, Coach Karen will be out. So Terry and I will be
talking to you about your money.
Talking about your money. Thursday is all about happy, healthy habits with Robin Shimizu. Friday, we will be talking tech because you know there's going to be a lot of stuff coming up for 2021.
Well, now let me look at this calendar because when is the first?
The first is on
it's on Friday.
Yep, Friday.
Will we be on New Year's Day?
Friday is New Year's Day. Yeah. I mean, okay.
I just want the audience to know if we'll be here.
Yeah, we'll be here. Something to do. Kick around. Bring your favorite beverage and a snack. We're just gonna talk some tech. Find out because there's new things going on, especially if you're doing ads and stuff for Facebook. I believe Apple's new way of doing thing kicks in because I've been getting notifications on Facebook about Apple has changed the way they did stuff and now your ads and such because you now have to get permission for on an Apple device. Do you want to see an ad from this company?
Yeah.
Most people are going to say no. So now you got to figure out here's the thing about adapting. How are you going to get in front of your customer when they have the choice to choose not to
view an ad
from you? Hopefully you've been talking to them nice and sweet.
Oh my goodness. Yes, it is. Thank you, Chachi. We'll be here talking tech, Chachi. Hope you'll join us if you're not otherwise engaged. Okay.
So it won't be on there long. You can still, anyway, you can still have fun because you can, now they're doing New Year's virtually.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing it before virtually because you was watching the ball drop in New York City, but now there's virtual events all over on the web. So pick out a virtual event and join it. That is all I have, Terry.
All righty, Daddy. We just want to thank you all for tuning in and to remind you to get ready to make the shift in 2021 and to go to the front of your own mind. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.